Well, it's episode 13. It's a baker's dozen, like Brett said last episode. Where's the 13 donuts or croissants?
Oh, yeah.
Baker's dozen?
We ate them.
Really?
Yeah, before you got here.
Wow, I can tell
later
your midriff is a little...
I was hungry. I worked
your
out this morning.
Worked out. About right here. Is that where you worked out?
Did a little bike riding.
I saw you went on a bike ride.
Today you did?
Well, I did a bike riding over the weekend.
Over the weekend.
Oh, I did see that on Facebook.
I don't know if Gingy was able to keep up. Who kept up? Did you keep up with her or did you let her?
She usually hangs back a little bit and tells me to quit racing.
Yeah, she hangs back like about 9 miles.
We aren't racing. I'm like,
Isn't a race?
everything we do is a race. Hurry up. Let's go.
It was a
Who's gonna
beautiful
win?
weekend for a bike ride.
It was, actually.
You know,
got a little windy, though. Anyhow.
We have a segment about Brett's racing crashes in his sport mod. Do we have any bicycle crashes we need to talk about?
You ever crashed a bike?
Correct, I have, yes.
Ooh. Of
course you have.
I was incredibly inebriated. And
That's usually when they happen.
did not have a light on my bike at the time. Was using my phone
Did you have
as the flashlight to see where we're going because we were at the bar, ended up on the trail, coming back. I ended up in the ditch and separated my shoulder. It was a mild separation though, so
Did you have
I recovered.
The horn and the tassels on your bike?
No.
No.
We were talking about it. We were talking about it like when we were
your spokes.
when you're kids, you
Oh,
take
yeah, did you put the playing cards in the spokes?
playing cards. I said that to my wife, and she's like,
Baseball
"You did
card.
what?" I'm like, "You didn't do that when you were a kid." And she's like, "I don't even know what you're talking about." I mean,
The playing cards and the spokes?
yeah.
You
Yeah,
did it?
with
I
the
knew
paper-
people who
with the
did it.
paper
I did.
I didn't do it, but
And they
That's
actually
what
made
absolutely
they
did it
made,
when
they
I was a
made a
kid.
thing you could put in there, and it was.
They did.
That's what 30 years age difference between you and your wife will do.
Kinda. Oh well. What are we going to talk about today?
I don't know.
Jerry?
Let's just talk about nothing. That's usually what we do. I mean, let's not make it any different than the last 12 episodes. We crowned a king of some catwalks.
We did.
That trophy was like 80,000 pounds.
It was
was
heavy.
that heavy?
Jeremy
It looked
Gatlin
heavy.
did a hell of a job on that trophy. By
It was
the
a fantastic trophy. It was one of the
About
best
as heavy
trophies I
as
think I've ever seen.
Caden Reynolds probably is. Probably weighs about
Yeah,
the
I
same.
don't know what you. If we
yeah,
were,
yeah. If we put him on a scale, it would kind of. I think it'd be about
Balance
the same.
out.
the
Yeah,
trophy might have weighed more.
I think so.
Yeah, awesome trophy. Pretty decent. A great turnout.
Yep.
57 stock cars. So we had a fantastic. And what I thought was interesting after it was all said and done is that Caden Reynolds, who's a junior national champion, a defending hobby stock national champion, has never won a race in Boone, which I thought that was really strange because if you go back to his hobby stock racing the last couple of years, it seems like he won everywhere he went, and people complained everywhere he went that he was cheating, and that's why he was winning. So we kind of chased him around a little bit, and he would confirm this, as would his crew and everybody else. We kind of chased him around a little bit to see if he was cheating, and we had some issues with his race car, and but he corrected them, and he's still winning races.
fast,
but he goes over there to Boone. Independence had rained out. I assume that's why he probably ended up over there, because Independence rained out
Yes,
that
they rained
night.
Yeah.
More than likely, he wouldn't have came. Otherwise, would have been my guess. I never asked him that. I just made that assumption because he won, I think, the week before in Independence.
Yeah, he won one or two in a row. I think 2 in a row.
He's been winning in this area where he races predominantly quite a bit. And he goes over to Boone and tops a 57 car field with, I don't know if it was you that posted it. Somebody posted something about, it might have been Bill's story about how many super nationals champions, national champions.
That might have been Bill.
There was a lot
impressive.
there was a lot of very accomplished racers in that field, and Caden started out front. He started outside front row.
Right.
Yeah.
And got away from everybody, and they went caution-free 31 laps, which coincidentally was Todd Van Eaton's request. He asked if we'd run 31 laps.
That's his car number,
That's
isn't it?
his car number. He's the one with the gun, the V31.
It was his car number because we talked about a 100-lapper, and he didn't really like
Holy
that
cow.
idea.
did?
We didn't talk. No, we didn't.
I was going to say, and we also talked about 40,000 to win Super Nationals. So
None of that's
You know
going
what's
on.
neat about Caden winning that race? We hear a lot of times that, all we see is modified guys racing stock cars now and taking all these big money shows.
Right.
Now we got a hobby stock guy doing it.
Now we got a
Yeah.
hobby stock guy doing it.
Damn it. We got to stop
First year
that.
stock car racer comes in and beats all the modified guys.
And he looks like he's 15. I don't know how old he is. He can't be much older than
It's
15.
around 20, I think.
he said that he would have been able to drink the Busch Light that he drew for the drawing
in 3 years.
in at Super Nationals.
In
he's
3
20.
years.
So he would, I think his birthday's between now and Super Nationals.
So he's going to be old
So
enough
he's
to
20.
drink at Super Nationals.
Hang on.
Thank you for the warning.
Legally.
Wow.
We did the Busch Light a redraw again at request of Todd Van Eaton, and apparently he sweats Busch Light, I think.
He does.
But he asked for the beer cans redraw, which is great until you have a minor involved in the redraw. So as soon as Caden picked his up and got his number and they were done switching, if you didn't notice, I quickly changed his Busch Light for a bottle of Mountain Dew.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
What?
Like, you're not going to take that with you. I give you that.
As long as
Because we get
unopened,
people
it
to-
should
And
have
I
been
will
all right.
tell you, this is the second redraw that Brett and I have been involved in that didn't
Didn't
quite
go well.
go
You
well.
screwed this one up too.
I did not screw this one up.
Did
I
you
did
have-
not get the cans. I did not put the number on the
Did
cans.
you have 13 cans of Busch Light
No, we
too?
had-
Like
we
you
had
had 13
12.
We
playing
had
cards?
12, but apparently we had 2 number ones because Cody
Really?
didn't realize that the can was going to sweat.
You got cold cans of Busch
Cold
Light.
cans didn't get
Oh,
warm
that
cans.
It's hotter.
That doesn't work
Hotter
well.
than the hounds of hell, and,
Yeah.
and it was sweating, and so he wrote on it with a marker, and then by the time we got to the point, if you just touched it, it literally took the number off, and we had an issue with 2 number ones. One
And
was,
we had a coin toss then.
one was 12, and one was 1.
Wow.
We resolved it, and
That was a
on.
tremendous car count for that event. What did that pay?
I think it was $2,500 to win.
2,500. And it actually, after the mulligan draw, it paid $270 to start.
Could
Yeah.
you imagine if we would have paid $5,000 to win for the stock cars? How many of them we would have
We
had?
probably had 28.
Probably right around 28. That
Yeah.
seems like the going number.
Seems the more you pay,
in
the
Iowa.
less you have.
With the exception of Spencer, where there was 64.
Oh,
Correct.
maybe that
that's
was
different, but that-
IMCA.
But that, I mean, there's
But that wasn't using
two
that
common
was
denominators.
No. The thing is, Jim, is that wasn't using alternative IMCA stock car rules. That was actually using authentic IMCA stock car rules.
That's right.
And no one was forced. to do
Alternative
that.
rules, alternative car counts.
Correct.
I will say
Gotcha.
that during
Boom,
during
now
the
I got
night
it.
Saturday, Ryan, your chair was filled.
I know it was.
Jerry, that's a quick
Okay.
subject change
Brett
going
was,
on here.
Brett was there. Sorry, we'll get back to it. But Brett was there, and he
You don't like
understands
our
what
jokes.
we
No, they
go
don't.
through. Hey,
We're not.
I didn't
we're
force
not
you to
politi-
tell
We're
the
not.
jokes.
We're
I
not.
didn't force
We're not
you to be
politically
here.
correct enough
We
for.
switched gear. What are we talking
We're not
about now?
politically correct enough.
What are we talking about now?
I'm confused.
You know
You in the greenhouse Saturday.
what? What do you need to know, Ryan?
Greenhouse.
I
It
don't,
was
I
a
don't know. There's just-
$5,000 to win stock car race
I
that
get
used
that.
IMC
I'm not
alternative rules that only
confused
had
by
28
that.
cars.
I'm confused
okay.
by all the different topics people
And if
are
you dared
talking
race
about.
IMCA the night before, they were going to take that purse away from you. Don't you race
Damn
IMCA, people?
Damn you!
You mean you're not supposed to?
No. Well, some people tell people that they can't.
Oh.
Yep.
I mean, I get a whole. I get,
And
I-
people
I mean,
think,
I get,
and
I
people
get,
think that we're the bad sanction, and people think
Yeah.
that we're the people that do
We're
stupid
the mean
shit.
guys.
Yeah, we're the big bad IMCA. We pick on people. Well, we really aren't. We just try to make the right decisions. And Boone's a good example.
Yeah.
I thought that was a great race, and that was kind of a culmination of Todd Van Eaton. Again, how that all went down. He's been asking for since Super National last year. Can we run a 5,000 to win stock car race at Boone? And I'm like, maybe, but.
Yeah.
I called up Lottie. We had the conversation. He's like, I really don't want to pay that much. You know how I feel about that. And Lottie's right. Generally speaking, the more you pay, it is
less you
not
get.
necessarily equate to more cars.
No.
And in some instances, it's very evident it's not more cars. Spencer isn't one of them, for example. But, those circumstances are a little different. So, I called Lottie and he said, what? I said, we should do something. He wants to do something. How about 2,500? How about half it? Can we do 2,500 to win? And Lottie's like, yeah, I don't think that's, And he said, I don't want to do no entry fees. Again, people I think don't quite understand, who don't know Lottie that well or talk to him well, they lose track of his approach. Yeah, he doesn't pay a ton of money, but he also doesn't charge a ton of money.
No.
He's not a guy that really endorses big entry fees. He's not a guy that really endorses really high inflated pit passes or grandstand admissions or any of that stuff. He tries to keep all that stuff what he thinks is affordable for the customers that are coming to Boone Speedway and watching, and for the racers that are attending. So, and at the end of the day, he always says, we have to be able to make money at Boone Speedway so we can provide this type of facility. So, and what he does seems to work. So it's hard to argue it, So when he says, I don't want to pay $5,000 and we pay $2,500 instead, and he's okay with it, and we get 57 cars that show up, we had a great turnout. You know, it was on a Saturday night. You know, we had some rainouts to the east in Iowa, so
It's still during a lot of people's weekly shows.
right, exactly. So some people are staying home, and we get that, and we knew that. It'd be different if you do a midweek deal. And Spencer is a little different from that standpoint. They're racing on Monday nights. So you have those circumstances that come in play. So no two racetracks are the same. No two events are the same. But anyhow, we threw together a stock car race, had some great sponsors, you know, Fox Welding and Vermeer, along with Van Eaton Pork. And then we had the sponsor. Todd brought the sponsor along for the trophy, though. I think it was Wreckers and Checkers Bar in like Fontanelle, Iowa.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
never been there.
That's his
I have
bar.
not.
Oh, well,
That was probably one of the neatest trophies I've seen.
And then
That was
and
incredible.
Gettler.
And then John Logue says, well, if one bar is going to sponsor, the Adobe's going to throw some money at it. So
Yeah.
I mean,
So
we had some,
it was a good
different
night.
Deal. It had people
I
throw
would have.
money.
I personally, I mean, it was on IMC TV. Anybody could watch it. I personally would like to have seen a caution. I think a caution at Boone in particular, especially in stock car racing, it bunches them back up.
Yeah.
But I think the racetrack gets a little better under those circumstances too. I thought the place kind of has a tendency at times to get, you know, they go where it's fast
Dominant.
and they stay and they kind of get lined up. It doesn't lock down, so to speak. You know, it's not like it's taking
No,
rubber.
they just find that spot, and that spot becomes a spot where everybody's quick.
And it seems that when you have a restart, you know, we saw it with hobby stocks that very
yeah.
next race. You know, they had a restart with like 3 to go, and Michael Smith passed, I think, on the very last corner of the last lap for the win and won by like 4 feet. So Boone is kind of known for that, but we needed those cautions. I couldn't do a Brian France caution, you know, throw a bolt out on the racetrack, but I thought about it. I was just going to throw Ryan out on the, well, you weren't there. I'll throw Jerry out on a racetrack.
See that over there off the top of turn 4? Yeah, there's a trailer out there. We better go caution for it.
I think it would have helped it. I don't know if anybody would have got past Caden at
I
that
think
point.
he was pretty stout that night.
I asked Jeff Mueller, who finished, I think, second. I asked him what he thought, and he said, even if we had had a caution, he said, I don't think I could have got past him under those circumstances. But it was a great race for second, and if you ask me. We had a pack of cars. So, anyhow,
You know, I think you guys started talking
it's
about
enough about Boone. Let's talk about
Strawberry.
something else.
I think you started talking about, you know, doing a draw with a bush light and a minor. I mean, what would happen if we did something like that at the Super Nationals with Booneshine or something like that? Would that create any issues?
I don't know. We'd have to probably find somebody who has some moonshine available.
I got
Do
something.
we,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
maybe
we got
A bottle right here.
if we had an expert we could call on to talk about the effect of moonshine in the Super Nationals, that might be a way to go.
Which reminds me, if you're in Australia, what's the drinking age in Australia?
I don't know. We'd have to probably find somebody from Australia to
I know
talk
it's
to
about 2 a.m. down there, so I would
kinda
assume the
curious
bars are
about
closed
that. I don't
down
know what
there.
time
And
the bars
time
close in Australia.
So many
Everybody's probably
questions.
sleeping. Everybody's probably sleeping. If I
We
was
need
in
to find
Australia
like an
right now, I'd be
expert
sleeping.
analyst on Australia. I wonder if we got anybody.
Do we?
He must be sleeping.
Caller?
Go ahead, caller. This is where
Yeah, do you know it's 2:00 in the freaking morning down here when you guys are bullshitting?
He started to
The
wait.
phone
Forgot
didn't
about
even
me.
ring.
What the hell?
God damn it! You were supposed to ring the phone.
We had this plan.
Yeah, we
Wade.
had this prop. You ring
You
the
were
phone.
supposed to call in.
Ring, 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 ring.
Yeah, do your ring.
Siri, what time is it in Australia right now?
It's 1:58 a.m. in Canberra.
And
Well, thank goodness you're not in Canberra.
what? Does Siri actually
I
talk
got this for you,
Australian?
Jerry.
Does Siri talk? Yes, she does. You can get her to talk that.
Talks like Wade.
Exactly.
So what are you doing up at 2:00 in the morning, Wade?
Well, it's funny you should mention that, Ryan. Just, you know,
Bar's not open
sitting
over
here
there.
wanting to be part of my favorite TV show apart from Howard Stern. And I just thought I would just tune in, and Jerry promised me that we would be doing this 2 hours ago.
Uh-oh.
Well, we
Get
can,
used
know
to that
by
with
now
Jerry.
that Jerry
that
doesn't
was
follow through on his
that was
promises.
producer Nate. He
She-
forgot he had a contractor coming.
Jerry makes lots
That
of
was-
promises he doesn't keep, Wade.
Yeah, you should know
I
that by
never
now.
promise anything.
Set the bar low when it comes.
Exactly.
Set the bar low
bar's
and
down
no
here in the
expectations.
basement. If I happen to get to the first floor, I'm good.
18, by the way.
18.
The legal drinking age is 18.
18.
Well,
Wow.
maybe we move the Super Nationals to Australia.
There
No,
you go.
we'd have a party. Caden Reynolds could
Yeah.
drink a beer
Yes, he could.
That's right.
after he won. Not
Our
Boone.
beer is a little bit stronger than yours, by the way.
Like, what's the proof, or what's the alcohol?
Alcohol.
content?
Oh, I'd have to find, it's like a fridge I don't know, like 20 feet from me right now that I could probably try and find if I cared.
So if we
I don't
ran
know.
an, ex-
So
we
Wade
ran an
doesn't care.
experiment,
It's not
had
as strong
you
as
chug
moonshine.
No.
Had you chug about 6 beers, Wade, we could see for
The effect?
ourselves the effect of it.
Well, I do happen to have a bottle of this with me that I noticed that Ryan has near him.
Yeah, we have one right out
Right in
here.
the middle of the table.
Brian has his Dr. Pepper.
You know, do
I'm
you
drinking
know
Mountain Dew.
who I saw buying a bottle of methanol moonshine in Fairway in Boone?
Michael McConaughey.
Mama Root.
I
I saw Brett. I bumped into Brett's mum, we call her, in Fairway. She
Mum?
was buying up a
M-U-M?
couple of bottles.
M-U-M?
Yeah, mum.
Mum?
Was she gonna make slushies?
I call her Ma, and she's like, don't call me Ma. I'm like, oh, okay,
Don't
Ma.
call me Ma.
Okay, Ma. You're my Ma.
Sounds a bit like Marge.
She put on a good underwear.
Put on the good underwear. We're going out dancing.
Yeah, she had to
You know,
buy a
this
bottle.
is
She had to
about the
make sure she
time.
get one. She knew that she
Isn't-
couldn't trust me to give her one. I
Isn't
kept
it,
it.
Like it's 2 a.m. That's about the time that the late models come out to hot lap at Super Nationals, isn't it?
They should be done by then.
Perhaps.
No, on Monday.
On Monday. On Monday they hot lap. Yeah.
Yeah, they
We
did.
need
At 2
Sport
o'clock in the morning.
Compact
I was
heat
like,
number 2 to staging. Sport Compact heat number 2 to staging.
Yeah. No.
hello to my friend Mitch Bielenberg, by the way. Remember him when he said to me, "Hey, I got a question for you. Have you ever like wrestled a crocodile or a
That was
kangaroo?"
after he won the Sport Compact Championship. wasn't
Yeah.
Yeah, he's quite a character, old Mitchy.
And the answer is
Yeah. Have you ever wrestled? Have you wrestled a
Yeah.
crocodile?
Yeah, not a crocodile, but I did just only months before run collide with a kangaroo in my road car, and believe it or not, the kangaroo flew over. She hit the hood, the windscreen, and then the roof went over the car. And I looked through the windscreen, and I'm like, "What is that? Is that like a body part?" And it was the Joey, the baby kangaroo, landed on the hood of my car. It was about this big. And I basically wrapped the thing up in my hoodie, drove it back to my boy's house, and they nursed it for a couple of months. And literally, I used to put it in like a pillowcase and hang it from the door handle. The thing would just pile in there and sleep like a little baby. And we took it to a sanctuary in the end. And I know he's a lot bigger. True.
That's crazy. We don't hit kangaroos in Iowa. We hit deer.
Yeah,
we
but
hit
kangaroos
deer, yeah.
are like deer.
Yeah.
And baby deer don't fly out of the big deer when you hit them. Usually, they don't end up on the hood.
generally not.
Yeah, they don't usually end up on the hood. They
Then
end
we
up,
make
like, on the
sausage out of.
shoulder.
Then we make sausage out of them.
Or the windscreen.
Do you know what I was really thinking when you guys were bullshitting for 15 minutes while I was standing here at 1:45 in the morning? I was thinking
Somebody is
how much
How much?
how
what?
much
Let him
I
talk
miss
to
you clowns and the lunacy that is working with you guys. I thought this is just the way I remembered it. Jerry talking over Ryan, Ryan talking over Jerry, Brett trying to make sense of it, and Jim coming up with some intelligent conversation to try and split it all up. It's just as I remember.
Jim's
it.
intelligent. You must
I
be
guess
tired.
you must be sleeping because 3 of those things are real. The 4th one is you may want to have another drink.
Jim is not on this show for the intelligent conversation, Wade.
No,
We call him the
kinda
hatchet
like-
man.
Neither am I.
he's the gotcha.
Thanks, Rob.
He's the one that throws the softballs up. They're all trying to swing at. Watch out, hit it. Anyhow, or I throw them at him.
Wait,
Jerry,
wait, are you there?
I'm just
Wade from
tuning back
Australia,
in.
you're on.
Yeah, Wade from Australia. You're on. Go ahead, caller.
How are you guys? It's bloody cold down here. It's about I think it was about 3 degrees Celsius today, which I think is about 35 in your temperature. It's not like too bad. We don't get anywhere near as cold as you get, but for us, this is winter. So I'm looking forward to on July 20 getting back into the Iowa summer.
Oh, it'll only be like 97 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be in the 90s today. 92.
Yeah, 92 and 94 tomorrow, and then
93.
back to
Supposed to start
88
warming up
degrees
again.
on Friday.
So when are you coming back to Iowa? July 20th?
Yeah, July 20. So this is a funny story. You'll love this one, Brett. So I'm flying over there from the 20th, helping out at Knoxville until the Monday after Knoxville Nationals, which I think is like the 15th or something. Flying back to Australia to see Kiss with my 4 sons because I had bought Kiss tickets 3 years ago before the world went crazy. And then 2 days after the Kiss concert, I'm flying back specifically for Boone, Iowa for the IMCA Speedway Motors Super Nationals fueled by Casey's, just to see you, Brett.
Well, we could have planned this a little better way. We probably could have tried to get Kiss to come to the Super Nationals.
Oh,
Or
and just saved you the flight back.
We could
and
add
forth.
mini
and
Kiss,
bring your
yeah.
bring your
Mini
kids
Kiss.
over. Yeah,
I
I've seen
remember
Kiss in
when-
concert. That's so interesting because the very first concert I ever went to in my life, no shit, was Kiss at the Five Seasons Center in
No
Cedar
way.
Rapids.
How old
I
were
swear to
you?
God, I would have been like a sophomore in high school, maybe 80.
That would have been
think
about
when
their
Kiss-
late 80s. It's when they were
Seventh
wearing,
or
I
eighth-
think they had
7th
makeup
or 8th
on.
farewell tour.
Because they had a phase there where they had no makeup and then
Stop it, Jim.
makeup. So are they wearing makeup now?
Yeah,
Is
they're
Kiss
back in
back in
Back to
makeup?
makeup.
makeup.
Boys, look, you're either committed or you're not, right, Bretto?
Oh my Lord, you've got a
Get
Kiss.
committed, buddy.
I'm not showing you any of my tattoos.
Dedicated fanboy.
I don't have any Kiss tattoos.
No,
I saw him at the Iowa
No.
State Fair.
Is that a
in
Gene
downpour.
Simmons? Is that Gene Simmons on your arm?
it is. So
Didn't you
50,
see the
It's-
tongue?
It's
50
all
hours
tongue.
flying time for you, Brett.
Shit,
Oh
that.
my
50
God.
hours,
Look at
25
that.
hours back, and then 25 hours back to you and the Boone Spoons.
Are you going to make it back in time for the prelude? When are you
Yeah.
coming
Yeah.
back?
Yeah.
Well, when am I coming back?
Yeah,
Brett?
when is the concert?
So it's the 23rd of August.
Oh, you
we
got
got plenty
plenty
of
of
time.
time.
Plenty of
You,
Plenty
you,
of time.
you do know, Wade, the 24th of August, they're in Ames, Iowa.
There's the Hawkeyes, you dick. I know how that works.
Oh, that's awesome.
I saw Kiss 27 years
What?
ago on their 7th farewell tour.
Yeah. I'm surprised you know who Kiss is, Jim.
They're not country.
Remember what I said about intelligent conversation, Jim? You're letting me down.
Detroit Rock City.
He looks a little bit like Mr. Magoo, actually, when I look at him like that. Man.
Oh,
That smile there.
Mr. Magoo.
Oh,
Well, we
boy.
appreciate you coming back. We're excited to have you back at Super Nationals. You made that comment on our Facebook page on the private Super Nationals group, and we had like 1,000 likes and 100 comments. You know, which for
Not sick of me yet, Brett.
Well,
It
they're
was only my first year, so I had a blast, mate. I was just showing you guys before we got started my new magazine called This Speedway Life, which we are doing like a big 10-page feature on Super Nationals. But this is a really cool Byron Fichter shot. He's such a jet, man. Like he's such a good photographer. I'm sure you guys already know that.
Oh,
But
yeah.
that's in. So we're doing a 10-page feature, and the good news is we're making 2 different bottles of moonshine this year for methanol Booneshine. We're making a modified one and a stock car one, plus a fan one as well. So we need to get that slushy machine cranking, Rudy, and make some fun stuff happen.
Hey, it's funny you say that. Look what I got.
Oh,
I don't know
that's
if you can see
exactly.
this.
That's how you make the slushies.
Look at this.
Oh,
He's planning
oh,
ahead.
Oh, son of a biscuit.
We're going to be
It's
having
funny.
early lunch
You know how
today.
I have this stuff? So last year, you guys were making this stuff in the
Oh, did we
tech.
leave that in the trailer?
You were making it in the tech trailer.
Yeah.
Right, and so you had the
Yes.
slushy machines in the tech trailer. This was
Yeah.
left over, and I still have it. It's here at the IMCA office. I don't really drink Hawaiian Punch in my spare time, you know, or I don't drink a lot of 7-Up either. I'm kind of a Mountain Dew and Coke guy. But
Well,
here we
Hawaiian
have
That serves as a good mixer.
the secret recipe.
That is the secret recipe.
can I tell you where I bought that from?
IV
fairway.
Fairway
Casey's.
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 Yeah.
Mate,
was- it
our
was a-
moonshine is fueled by Casey's.
It was a nightly trip to Casey's.
Yes,
I
it
was gonna
For
was.
say.
Holly Mae.
I took his
the good
car,
thing-
his rental car over there one night, and it was full of boxes of moonshine in it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I could
You're kidding me.
barely sit in the driver's seat of that thing.
Don't crash. It'd be like a
IC only gets better with age.
Yes.
Yeah, it does.
Kind of like Rockstar energy drink.
This
Once
sev-
it's expired about 2 years, it's better.
This 7-Up might have lost its fizz. I don't drink 7-Up because it says caffeine free. I'm like, what's the
That'll
point?
be okay. It
That'll
hasn't
be
been
all right.
open.
It hasn't been open.
Oh, it's good
It's
then.
when you break the seal.
What's the date on it? Is there a date on it?
Ooh, look at that.
Best Buy. This says May 18th, 2022.
Oh, it'll be okay. You just mix it with
Oh,
alcohol.
perfect.
Nobody will ever
As long
know.
as it's
It
not,
hasn't-
it's
be
open
perfect.
after that.
It hasn't been open.
Yeah, if it hasn't been opened, it
It'll be
can't.
all right.
I mean, there's enough preservatives in there. It could go to like
Whatever's in that is not going to kill you with a moonshine.
High C's like fine wine. It only gets better with age.
Yeah.
You know
Who's
what?
that guy again? Who's this
Wade-
guy with us again?
The one thing that me personally, can really appreciate, we tried for years to get a third announcer that could work with Ryan and Jerry. Now, I don't know if this is a compliment or what this says about you, but you fit in. So take it for what it's worth right there.
Well,
Everybody
These
that's talking to me
Pelicans-
is asking if Wade is coming back.
I get the
And-
same things.
and I'm under the impression that if Wade weren't going to come back, or Wade wasn't going to come back, you and I just weren't going to go.
Yeah, I was just gonna stay home.
I didn't think you were going to tell him, Brett.
Were we out?
Get a pedicure.
Are we gone? Well, you. No,
Wade,
we're
Wade,
still
it's
there.
good to have you back.
Thank you, Brett. I can't wait. I had such an incredible time. I just wrote a big story. I read it to Jerry on the way here
It's a
for
bedtime story.
the magazine, and just about my experience, because everyone just was saying to me the last few years, you got to go to Boone, man, you got to go to Boone, and I'm like, what is Boone? Like, what is? And got to go to Super Nationals. Got to go to Super Nationals. Thank you for plugging the little Speedway Life. I appreciate that.
Heck yeah.
And so finally, Chris Krug for my race pass in the Knoxville Raceway. Hashtag, oh my God, Wade, she's so hot. It's what Krug says a lot of times when I show him a picture of an Australian girl. And he said, you got to go to Super Nationals. And so in the end, it just wore me down. I'm like, well, I've got to check this out. And then I heard there was 909 cars. And I was like, wow, 909 cars. I got to see this. And then Jerry took me for a bit of a look at the place. And that was when there was no cars there. Remember that? Jerry went there just one night, sat in that big oil rig turn one bleacher with the drone. And then I came back on, I think it was the week before, Jerry, wasn't it? Like the week before. I
Yeah, you
checked
came
it out
for a
real
weekly
quick.
show just for a little bit. You were like, you had to be somewhere, like of importance or something. I think you said.
Yeah.
I don't know. Where
Yeah,
you
that's
were.
right. Yeah. I did.
You were going
I think it was
somewhere, so you
Knoxville.
stopped for a little bit. Then you went to the Iowa game. Then your internet slowed down.
Right. Yeah. I had a near-death experience in Des Moines.
Really?
Really? How'd that happen? I don't remember that.
Don't you? So, you know, in those like Grand Theft Auto games and stuff like that, how there's people that get really aggressive on street corners. So there was some homeless people in Des Moines, and I was getting out of my car, and there was a man, very, very large man. Remember that guy that was like I think it was called Cheeseburger in The Longest Yard?
Yeah.
He was a lot like him, and he took his shirt off, and he started, beating the stuffing out of some poor defenseless person on the corner. And so I literally ran from my car to the restaurant thinking I was going to die. And he came straight up towards me, and I thought, this will be big. Here we go. I'm not even going to get to see the Super Nationals. And I just literally brushed past him, and he went the other side, and I survived to tell the story. And I went to Brian Stickles' 60th birthday party that night.
That was in Des Moines that happened?
Yeah.
This was, that's right, because you had to be back. Yeah, you had to go to that birthday party. So this all happened.
I never heard any follow-up when we
I've always told Jared to keep his shirt on when he's out in public.
I did get pulled over by a policeman in so is it Carlisle?
Yep.
Carlisle.
Yeah, never speed through Carlisle.
So I couldn't work out why he pulled me over. Turns out I had the lights on like park, not auto, right? So the front lights were on, but the back lights weren't.
Yeah.
And so the cop pulled me over, and I thought, oh shit, this has been a really good day. And he comes to the window, and I'm like, g'day. And he goes, sir, do you realize you haven't got your headlights on? And so he leans in, and I go, oh, sorry, it's not my car. He leans in, and he just goes, turns it on to A, and bang, they come on. He goes, you got your license there? And I give him my license. He looks at it, he goes, oh, hell, I can't run that. Gives it back and says, just drive carefully. I
Speaking
don't
of
think you
your
want to do the paperwork.
speaking of your license, though, Wade, when you left here, right before you left, the night before you left, you lost your wallet,
Oh.
didn't you? You lost your credit card. You lost your
yeah.
ID. When we went out to dinner in Altoona, did that ever? How did that
Yeah, how'd you ever
impact
come out
the
on
rest
that
of
deal?
your trip getting home?
Really glad you brought that up, Jared.
You
And
still don't
Ryan,
have it
thanks a
back
lot,
yet, huh?
mate.
Did you fly illegally after that, or what?
No, I used my passport. That was fine. But yes, I did lose my wallet during a photo shoot with somebody that you know reasonably well. Brett, one of your hardworking IMCA officials, the best looking infield official that you have in IMCA at Super Nationals.
Best
Infield.
looking infield
Yeah.
official.
Come on now. There was only one in really short shorts.
Has to be your wife.
Thank God. The only woman.
Dave Brin.
Have to be your wife. wouldn't it?
Nah, it'd be
Ronnie.
Randy Anderson.
Be Veronica.
Veronica.
Oh,
Ronnie.
his daughter.
Randy's daughter.
Randy's daughter.
Yeah.
You know, I thought when you were telling that story about getting pulled over in Carlisle, I thought this was going to be like an old time Junior Johnson deal. Wade's running moonshine through Carlisle.
There was no
Pulled over.
moonshine in the car.
It's in the
At
trunk.
that point, there was no moonshine in the car. So
He had it in the secret
Anyway.
compartment.
it was a incredible. I have not stopped talking to people about my experience at Boone. I just cannot stop telling them. And I have some phenomenal videos of and I show all my buddies, Chubby Shaw. Remember old Chubby?
Oh, Chad. Yeah.
Chad Shaw.
From Trimble, Missouri.
Yeah. Chubby Shaw, Trimble, Missouri. And it's not we say goodbye, we come from, it's war at you. Is that how it goes? Something like that.
Something like that. He is goofy.
That was close, wasn't it? I'm trying to find the video of Chubby. It was so good. I just had a blast. People were so friendly. The racing was phenomenal. I show everyone the 5 wide racing. I filmed like some of that modified stuff when they're 5 wide. I'm trying to find it now. And it blew my mind. I never thought there could be something as cool as that place. So you guys run one hell of a show.
Well, we do have a, you do have a, what would I say? Not a project, but you have to get something done this year at Super Nationals. If Ethan Dotson rolls up on the stage, you have to
Have to get him
boom
to talk. Oh,
shakalaka.
boom shakalaka.
Because he was not about it.
Get him to talk.
Yeah, getting him to talk.
That's
is another
accomplishment
thing.
enough.
It's like prying a conversation out of him. Same with Caden
It is,
Reynolds.
boys.
Yeah. And Jeff Ikey.
Yeah. Jeff Ike's in it.
Yeah.
You never get anything out of that guy.
He never talks.
Getting Ethan to talk is kind of like getting Jerry not to talk.
Polar opposites.
Exactly.
Polar opposite.
Or like
He's got all the
just
one-liners.
open Subway.
He's got all the one-liners.
I
today,
know he
doesn't
does. He's been practicing. He's been searching the internet for.
Intelligent things to
Look
say.
at this picture and tell me who the significant other belongs to.
So Wade is going to be there for the duration then.
He's there from
He'll be there.
Saturday to Saturday.
Be there all week.
8 days of Wade.
Yep.
We'll all be
Oh,
talking
God.
funny by the time he goes home.
This is the video that I have just about burned my friends down with, boys. This is about to be turn 3 and 4
Oh, it's Hank and Rod.
modifieds, right? I've got to hold this straight. This is what I tell them. I say, you watch this, watch this, watch this. They go 5 wide, and people just can't believe me until I show them. And 5 wide, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't get much better than that, boys. Like that. Woo-wee, that is so cool.
Boone puts on good racing.
Yep.
Super Nationals is a great time. You guys all make it better. Wade, you have definitely brought an aspect to the event that I don't think we could ever create.
Have predicted.
Yeah.
What I liked
Well, you
about
can't
it,
duplicate
it's
it now,
so
for sure.
you're
Yeah.
so authentic. People love you. You know, we love listening to you talk. We love your personality. We love your stories. I mean, everything about you. I mean,
I think
it's
what was neat was to get.
it's so good to have you. It's so good to have you a part of this event. It really is. We really, really appreciate you coming back because you sure don't have to. You know, you could stay in Australia and go to Kiss concerts for a month.
Be a Kiss groupie.
You could because they're there like for a month
Yeah.
on their final farewell tour. It says.
Well, you said something about bringing, a unique aspect. I work with a pair of aspects in the Tower of Power, so I think that was the beauty of it.
First
Was
part right.
Yeah, I think
Wow.
leave the specs out of it. You got it nailed.
It was so organic the way that it happened, though. That was the cool part. Like Jerry and I got talking over a couple of moonshines in the hog barn at Knoxville Raceway,
That
and we're
sounds
like,
a
you know,
story in
so you're going to
itself.
come and have a go and have a look, and there was no plan, was there, Jerry? I don't think really, other than just to have a bit of fun and see how it worked out, and then kind of just lobbed me at that Victory Lane area, and Jeff Ike and those kind of people. Who was the guy that put me over the hood and almost had his way with me?
Regan
Yeah,
Tafoya.
With the Outback.
Yeah, because it was Outback.
Aussie
You felt right at
Destroyer,
home.
Regan
So
Tafoya.
apparently, right at home means you get laid on the hood of a car.
Australia's cool.
Yeah.
Like rooted. Like
Yeah, you
getting
got
a root.
rooted.
Here we go. Here we go.
And I need to explain that. So Brett has a very unique, very loved Australian last name because his name is actually a verb in Australia.
Is it like, so if we had to put it in an American verb, would it start with an F and end with a
So,
K?
so let's say there's a few boys gathering around together having a couple of beers. One of them will say, "Hey, did you get a root last night?"
Hey, you gonna root
Right.
tonight?
Jerry,
Yeah.
can I buy a vowel, please?
Yeah.
No,
go ahead.
you can't.
Is there a C?
I see what you did there.
I get asked a lot by Americans, "Who are you rooting for?" And I always go, "No, I'm here by myself." So that's it.
There's not a
That
lot
should
of
give
rooting.
you an idea.
There's not a lot of rooting going on in my house either. You can tell my wife I said that.
We'll bring.
I'm
her
a little
up.
bit, Brett. I'm a little bit scared of your wife. I think she's the badass of the family, to be quite honest with you.
She.
Hey, oh, you don't. There's no thinking.
Yeah. I do my best to obey. Happy wife, happy life is what I always say.
Yeah, Brett wears the pants when she says he can.
Yes.
I get it.
Just do what you're told.
Yep. You go here, ride a bike, don't crash.
Correct.
So am I going to Marshalltown first, Jerry? What's the go there?
Are
You
you?
can go wherever.
I need to come and see Marshalltown too, don't I?
Because they got rained out last year, I think, right?
Yes,
before
we got
the
rained out right before, so we'll have a. Yeah, you can go like night. What is it like?
night. You can go 9 in a row.
Nine
Nine
nights
nights.
within 50 miles of each other.
Yeah.
Brett, where do you live?
I live here in Vinton,
Oh, really?
which is I have people think I live in Boone, or the office is in Boone, and it's not. You know,
Texas or something?
my wife is from Texas. Yes, from Waco.
She was like a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader, wasn't she?
No, not quite. She wanted to be. Actually, she
Well,
wanted to be if she
Is in my eyes, mate.
if she were going to tell you this story, she'd say she wanted to be she wanted to be a what is it, Houston? Was it
Houston
was it the
Cougar.
Oilers?
Oh, Houston Oilers back
Yep.
in the
But
day.
what are they now? The Titans?
Tennessee Titans.
No, the Houston.
Oh, the Houston Texans.
Texans.
Texans,
She
yes.
wanted to be a Texans cheerleader because she was in love with the. She was bound and determined she was going to marry the quarterback. It was one of the
Warren
cars.
Moon?
No,
Oh,
one of the
okay.
Billy
cars.
Sims?
No, you guys are
Derek
going way back.
Carr?
She's not that old. Yeah, one of the cars. There's Derek Carr and
Derek
there's the
Carr.
other car that he was a quarterback for Houston.
I
Texans.
don't know.
But anyhow,
I don't know.
She
it
was in
didn't
love
work
with the
out. She got
car.
stuck
She was in
with
love
she
with
got
the
stuck
car.
with me instead, Wade. So
I think it gives us all hope that she did that, Brett.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Wait, we got a saying over here in the United States. It's called out kicking the coverage.
Yes. We call it punching above your average. Yeah.
That would be me.
I don't care.
I don't care either. I
It's all
kind of
good.
enjoy it.
I can't wait to come back. I'm very excited. I can't wait to get a steak sandwich. Best steak sandwiches in the world.
Brett's going to say something. What? He's got something falling
mean,
fall out of his
It was like this.
mouth is open and nothing's falling out.
I could eat them every day. I don't think that's good for you, but and some people do.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Some
people
people eat
multiple a day.
27 of them.
Yeah.
We had Shane Davis was the gentleman's name. He's an announcer of ours, but he's also a former IMCA competitor, national champion,
National
series
champion.
champion. He come to the Super Nationals for years with his brother Wade, and they had a contest between him and his brothers who could eat more steak sandwiches over the course of the event. And I think it was somewhere in the 30s. I thought Shane said he ate like 36 or 37 of them over the course of like 5 days or 3 days, whenever.
That would make him the man, the myth, and the legend of the bathroom.
Yeah, could you imagine eating that many of them? I like them. I might eat
7
one
a
a
day.
day, but I won't eat 30 plus of them. Can you imagine that? We should have a steak eating contest. That'd be kind of fun.
I thought there was a guy that when I was there that did 27 that week.
I believe it.
I believe that.
There's-
I can believe it.
I think that's all some people eat. You know.
Yeah,
when
they don't
go
eat
there.
anything else. They just eat a steak sandwich.
Look what I did. Look what I did. Look who I went riding with during farming.
That's in a school bus, isn't it?
Yeah,
no, it's a water
it is.
truck.
Yeah,
Is that a
No,
water
that's a
truck?
school bus.
That's Ryan.
Oh yeah, it's a school bus.
yeah, it's Ryan. Look,
Oh yeah.
it's the only time I'm allowed to get on a school bus these days. But
Well, that one was a little long for you, wasn't it? You didn't lick the window, did you?
no,
Good.
What about
because-
that- what about
good,
Chubby?
because
How
if
good
you
is Chubby?
did, Jim would have been jealous.
look at this. Look at this. This is one of my favorites. You know.
What happened to Chad's bumper?
Yeah.
Give me a chubby looking at this thing. Awesome. In the words where we come from, it's not see you later, it's war at you.
What'd he say?
You know. Can I come back now? I'm ready now.
Yeah, get on the plane. All you gotta do is buy a ticket.
He's got his horn.
Look up the neighbors. It's only
He's got props.
what is it now? It's only 2:26 in the morning, boys.
Well, that's okay. I mean, you had nothing better to do.
Clearly. Do you want to see my still?
Yeah, let's look at your still there.
This is where we make the moonshine. It's where we make the magic right here.
Well, in Australia, you make it in Spencer over here.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yep. Pretty cool, huh?
It is.
That's Stanley.
Stanley the
Looks
Still.
a little something like Ryan might dance around.
What the hell does that mean?
Stanley the Still.
Stanley the Still.
Stanley the Still.
Stand still.
What about when we went to Steers? That was a pretty funny story too, Ryan. Remember that?
Went to the big steer.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember
That
when
was like
that's
the
when
that
we
was like the
ate.
day after Wade lost his wallet.
Yeah, we ate.
Yeah.
I remember that. What's funny about that?
My poor friend Kagan made up that
Oh,
funny
yeah.
joke about the name of the place
Yeah,
in the group chat.
he did. Yeah, he came across a little uninformed, uneducated.
I think he was. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think he knew. I don't think he knew.
It's all right.
It's okay. It's all right.
It's all right.
All right. Are you gonna
So
go to
I
bed now?
went to the Hawkeyes game on the first day, Brett. Brett, can you come? Can you come to the Hawkeyes game with me, Brett? And then we can get to the first day late of Super Nationals. What do you think?
Where do they play this year? Are they in
They play at
Ames or are
home.
they
Are they in
they're
Iowa City?
Iowa City?
No, he's talking the Prelude Saturday.
Oh. Yeah, I've been to one Hawkeyes game in my life. I went when I was in like high school, and I haven't been back. I've never been a real big Hawkeye fan, even though I live in eastern Iowa. I went to UNI, which is northern Iowa. I'm a Panther fan, generally speaking. Never really been an Iowa Hawkeye fan. I went to coincidentally enough, I went to UNI when Kurt Warner was there. We were the same age. He graduated from Marion. We both
Whatever
went
happened to
UNI.
him?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
People
I
never
don't
heard of
know.
him. He wasn't an Iowa quarterback. I'll tell you that.
You do anything after high V?
After High V.
He
Yes.
worked at Hy-Vee. He was a
He
bagger.
worked
at
at
Hy-Vee.
Yeah, then he
Oh,
went
yeah,
to,
that's right.
Yeah, because then he went to play for the Iowa Barnstormers.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. And he was overseas, and then somehow next thing you know,
Then all
he's
of
a
a sudden
Super
he's
Bowl
like-
MVP.
Yeah.
Him and Peyton Manning
Greatest
went
show
to
on
Cedar Falls
turf.
High V. What was it, like a year ago when the
Oh,
movie
just a
came
few
out?
months ago.
A few
I
months
think
ago,
Yeah,
6 months
yeah,
ago.
it wasn't,
Oh, really?
that long ago.
Yeah, he showed up to the Cedar Falls High V with Peyton Manning, I think,
He
is
just, like, showed up.
what they did. Just showed up and, yeah.
Bought some
Yes.
oranges.
Kinda
I
cool.
bet he didn't marry a cheerleader from Texas though.
Probably not.
That's right. And he doesn't get a root every time he's home.
He doesn't. Iowa game. Why are you going to the Iowa game? You just like
They
that?
are
I'm
home
a
on
Hawkeyes
September
fan,
3rd.
mate.
Yeah,
Are
they
you?
are.
You're a Hawkeye
Is that the
fan
Jack
from
Rapids?
Australia.
Is that
This
San-
is
or-
Jackrabbits.
South
Why the
Dakota?
Well, you know
Hawkeyes?
why, Brett? I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I'm a Hawkeyes fan. Because a friend showed me a couple of years ago the Wave
Yep.
on YouTube. and I'd never been able to be in Iowa long enough to go and see one of their games. And so my friend Kagan and Lucas, they took me to see the Indiana game, and we won. And of course, the Aussie is a punter, like the punter is a Tory Taylor. So I've got a real connection with that. And then they did the wave thing to the Children's Hospital. I thought, man. And when the Cyclones fans come up to me and they go, "Oh man, why aren't you a Cyclones fan?" I go, "Have you got a Children's Hospital that you wave to at like first quarter?" They go, "No," and I go, "Drop the mic."
Yeah. And they don't have an Aussie kicker.
That's right.
I don't know if you know this, Wade, but Wave on Wave, the song that they played for quite a while, I think they're playing it anymore, but the song that they played for that, for the Wave at the Iowa Hawkeye Stadium was sang by Pat Green. He is from Waco, Texas, where my wife is from, and that particular song, to be quite honest, is a song that's very sentimental to me and my wife. That song came out the year we met, so it was kind of our song as well. So it's kind of weird that you bring all that up because, you know, if my wife was here, she'd back me up on this one. There's some things she won't back me up on.
It's a good song, but they are going to replace.
She'll hang me out on certain things.
You know what we could do? I tell you what, Jerry.
What? Go ahead, caller.
There's a wide open opportunity here for us. A wide open receiver here. In maybe on one of those jump starts instead of tiptoe through the tulips.
Wow,
He's
we
better
could
at that than you are.
I know.
We could play that song for Brett, and I bet the IMCA trailer would be rocking on that restart because I reckon if he couldn't get a little bit of that something,
if he couldn't get
that
in
song,
then
If I couldn't get rooted, I'll just play that song.
he's not going to talk to me when I get there. You know that. She's not going to talk to me.
Yeah, she will.
she doesn't watch these episodes, so you're okay with it. Well, yeah, she watches none of this.
She might if somebody
It's
tags her and
appropriate. This
says
is called
something.
an episode, really, isn't it?
If she watches
Yes.
this, she might tell Brett to
Yeah.
go root himself.
Yes, it could turn into a situation. I don't think she has to watch this episode for him.
I
For
think
her to tell him that.
I
Anyway.
like that. That could be our new Facebook response. Go root
Go
yourself.
root yourself.
Oh,
Oh God!
Get rooted.
Go there.
Get rooted.
Tag Brett.
Hey, I saw you were tagged in some posts. Did you?
Occasionally, I get
Did you?
tagged.
Because you said you delete them people.
It
but then I
depends on
seen
the
you took 'em down.
circumstances. You know, I mean,
It
some people.
It was the exchange rate, the currency and exchange rate.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I like to have fun with some of that stuff. People want to, you know, it just goes different directions. I try to find humor in some of the things. I'm sarcastic in some aspects, but I mean, the situations are what they are. That situation could be in what I would consider to be Jim's box of bad ideas.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to me, refusing a shot claim, refusing an engine claim from a rule standpoint fits right
Carburetor claim.
in the box
Well,
of bad ideas. I don't
you know,
think it's a wise thing to do, but
thing
that's
of-
just my opinion.
The thing about these claim rules, we just kind of sprung it on people.
Surprise.
We probably should have done a better job, saying that we do have a claim rule because, like I said, I just don't think a lot of people have known that rule has been in effect for 90 goddamn years. But we'll do a better job letting people know.
It's like we had that conversation with somebody at Park Jefferson. Jim, when does it become our responsibility for you to read the rule book?
Correct. Don't act like it's. I mean, these people act like it's the biggest surprise ever. You know what I mean?
The biggest surprise ever to me was there was Hawaiian Punch and 7-Up here this morning.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that the claim really surprises anybody. Most people know it's there, even if they don't like it. They know it's there. They just don't like it applied to them. And when it is, that's usually when the conversations start.
Maybe we talked about it. I mean, it stems from horse racing.
It does. Yeah, we talked about it a few episodes
Kentucky
back.
Derby winner.
Is Wade still with us? Do they have claim rules in Australia and anything?
I just had an epiphany.
But Tiffany?
I just realized, Brett, that if I count your beautiful wife and you are my second favorite route of all time.
Well, thank you.
Oh God!
Wow.
Well,
We
see,
have,
what a lot of people don't know is and Wade and I have talked about this. There's modifieds in Australia.
There's like an
it's
Australian
AMCA or something, isn't it? Wade, it's like the
Australian
Australian
motor. AMCA.
Contest Association.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, we don't have anything to do with that.
350 Chevs. They did have an engine claim rule, Brett. I'm not sure if they still do or not, but I know that was the whole idea behind it, was that you could claim an engine for a certain price and keep everybody from cheating. And I'm not sure how that worked out in the end, but we have AMCA.
Yeah, many years ago. It's been a while. I don't remember who the gentleman was. Communicated to me. It was probably 20 years ago now. About their rules really did kind of mirror many of our rules in our modified division. Yeah. So, but that's about the extent of the conversations I've had with anybody about claiming or even IMCA or AMCA in Australia. I've always wanted to go to Australia. I think I asked you. I think I told you this, or we talked about it at Boone last year. I was asking Wade like where he lives and where to go, things like that. Because again, it's surrounded by water. It's a big country. It's like an island. It's like a big island, right? Isn't Australia like a big
pretty
island?
well what it is, Brett? It's an island,
right?
But
and generally they're surrounded by water.
I can't wait for you to come down here so I can introduce my friend Brett Root. I cannot wait to say, this is my buddy Brett Root.
Okay.
I'm going to be
the look on
I'm
your
going to be the most
face.
popular guy in Australia.
That right there's the look on your face when Jim was like, yeah, normally an island is sound. That's an island. And the look on your face was like, huh?
I've always wanted to go to Australia, but it's like a 25-hour flight or some stupid thing.
That's like, I mean, a guy might fly like almost 75 hours.
Yeah.
Just to come like to a race in Iowa or something.
25 hours.
Yeah, but when you add
That's
them
a long
up.
time in an airplane.
And you had to quarantine for a couple of weeks after you got back
home,
or didn't even make it back home last year.
Man, I tell you what,
he might have to
weeks
quarantine here too when he gets over.
2 weeks in that motel room. My room looked like I'd been caving. Like there was stalactites on the roof. I was a pretty busy guy. Let's just put it that way. Just getting all the work done when I came back. But the one other word that we have that's very different to yours regarding footwear, boys. So something that you wear on your feet in Australia is called a thong, right?
We call them flip-flops.
So it's
flip-flops.
Here.
Yeah.
When I was growing up,
we call them thongs.
Yeah, they were thongs over here when I remember.
Sometimes people still call them that once in a while.
It
and
really gives a new meaning to.
Yeah.
It really gives a new meaning to foot up your ass.
Nice. I took a tour group of 28 Australians across America in '95, and we went to the sandwich construction factory in Charlotte, North Carolina. And my entire tour group was made up of mostly middle-aged men who'd never been away from their wives. And we all agree, the girl, I reckon, probably, I don't know, maybe she was 20. You still hearing me okay?
Yeah, now we got you back.
Yeah, we got you cut out for a second.
Okay. So we went, there's like 28 middle-aged Australian men, and we all roll up to the front door, and the girl is about 20. She goes, "Hi, welcome to the sandwich construction factory." And one of the guys from behind me leans up and says, "Hey, darling, is it all right if we're all wearing thongs?" And the poor girl, the look on it, because I got to say, it wasn't a tour of George Clooney's. Like, she wasn't looking out there going, "God, they're hard." It was like literally middle-aged Aussie men in like wife beaters and, board shorts and sandals. And I said, "It's okay, darling. He means flip-flops." Frightening moment.
You'll have that at these here bigger events.
I was picturing the thong thing.
You were picturing the.
Sorry, you lost me.
You were
there,
picturing the middle-aged men in the thongs.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
The banana hammocks.
Yeah.
They're all wearing banana hammocks.
Wow.
When are you coming, boys? You need to come to Australia. Like, let's get serious.
Do you have any outbacks in Australia?
Happen.
When
What's
it's
that?
warm.
Do you have any outbacks in Australia?
When it's
steakhouses?
warm, that's when
No.
it's summertime when it's cold here. So that's
Right.
when we would go.
Yes. You need to come to Australia in January.
Oh, that'd be a blast.
That's the perfect time to go.
Come hang with me in the distillery here with Stanley. Ryan can dance around it.
Stanley the Still.
Can we bring Nigel?
That sold me.
That is exactly how Ryan dances.
It is.
He must have seen you somewhere.
Yeah, I didn't realize there were videos.
I didn't know he was a basics.
So we're going to have an IMCA field trip
Yay!
to the Booneshine Distillery
Yeah. We need
in
to do it.
January.
If we're going to
Yes.
endorse it, we better need to check it out.
You need to come for Australia Day. Australia Day is like late January. We have a big race called the Classic. And
heard of
it's fantastic. We need to do it. You guys need to come down here. We need to
That'd be fun.
do it. You'll get lots of roots down here, boys.
I'm not touching that one.
Well, I know we could get 2.
Well, you could say
Virginia.
you could say you brought
Yeah, my
you
wife
could
would
say
probably.
you brought your own roots.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure my wife
off
would.
of the trip.
Exactly. My wife would not let me go by myself, especially with the last name
No,
of
no,
Root.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not letting you come
here
by
to
yourself.
Root. We brought our own.
You're not coming by yourself anyway. Either she comes or you don't.
Shit.
Which is probably the way it is, right?
Yeah, pretty much. That's how it goes.
This is turned upside down.
2 months.
I'm her
Jerry.
wingman, or
This is
she's
2
my
months.
wingman.
Look at
2:40.
it.
Oh
It's
boy.
2:40 a.m.
Yeah, we should probably let Wade go.
Yeah. All right,
He,
Wade.
he
Well,
needs the sleep. I think.
Yes,
He's
I think
starting
he-
to
yes.
border on
I'm too scared
delusional.
what you're going to say when I'm gone.
Oh, well, then just tune in and watch it. You can. It's on any podcast. And oh, look at this. Hang on a minute.
That's how he goes to sleep.
Yes. Rockabye, baby. You okay? You pound your chest a little bit.
Need some Hawaiian punch and some 7-Up.
Wow.
Hey, Marge!
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Nigel.
look at, Nigel's here.
Look, see? Look,
Wait.
here's the bar, see?
You got a bar there too?
Yeah.
Like,
This
Is
is
this
the
in
whole,
the basement of your house or what?
this is our business. This is where we have our own
Ah.
like front of house. So yeah, we got a proper bar and
I don't give what
Yeah,
anybody
it's pretty
says.
cool.
He's
You like
got
it
a
here. Let's
cooler
make this
damn
trip happen in
studio than
January.
Jim ever will have.
Yeah.
He doesn't even need no green screen. He
beats-
just got the cool shit right there.
It beats the Maui IMCA office
Yes.
for sure.
All I know is Wade took a swig of the moonshine and it left him speechless. Jerry, do me a favor, start chugging that damn bottle.
No, you keep the seal on it. It's a commemorative bottle. So you got to buy 2 bottles this year, a modified and a stock car one.
Yeah, so we decided to
And-
do one of each, right?
Yep, and
Very
then
cool.
each of the 30 IMCA stock car,
They'll get their qualifying
they'll
bottle.
get a qualifying bottle just like the mods did last
We
year.
are actually going to do driver introductions for stock cars this year, specifically because of this situation as well. Because
Look what you've done, Wade.
how else do you give a guy a custom methanol moonshine bottle? You know, you can't just give it to him. You know, you got to
You
give it
have
to
to
him
present
right.
it to him. correctly,
Absolutely,
yeah.
it should be
Yeah,
presented
you
to
just
him,
have to. Here's your bottle,
And if-
sir.
and we'll do that on the stage. So we're changing Saturday's format up just a little bit so we can accommodate that extra time. But it's going to be.
Caden
I'm looking forward to it.
Caden Reynolds makes the big dance. He's got to bring a parent or a guardian.
We'll
with
give him
to
some-
No,
the
he should.
bottle.
No,
He'll be
he
able
should
to
have.
drink it then.
He'll be able to drink then. He said.
We'll give him 7-Up.
Okay.
We'll give him the bottle of 7-Up.
We'll give him a virgin slushy.
Yeah, we'll give him some Hawaiian Punch from Casey's. So,
Oh yeah, Casey's. The bear claws. You guys were talking about donuts before. The bear claws at Casey's. Oh my God,
Bear Claws.
so good.
Bear claws.
Caden will be 21 on the 18th of August, so he'll have plenty of time.
Oh, his birthday's
he'll
the
be
day
good.
after mine.
But many
Hey,
years after.
Speaking
yours.
of birthdays, hey, wait, did you know that today is Jim's birthday?
What?
Is it today?
It's today. Today is
Really?
Jim's birthday. Yes.
You
He
better,
turns-
Nigel better keep Marjorie at home because I know what's going to happen.
Odometer 61.
Holy
Holy
jeez.
cow.
Oldometer.
Old.
Odometer.
I apologize, Jim. You're just old and cranky. I thought it was your personality. You're
Yeah,
just
now we
old.
know.
God.
Happy birthday. What do you call him? Mr. Magoo? Is that
Yeah,
what
Mr. Magoo is what he called him.
Mr. Magoo is 61 today.
You
Happy
know,
birthday,
it was
Mr.
the-
Magoo.
We were at Park Jefferson the other week or two ago, whatever that was,
Yep.
Jerry. And I had a guy come up. I was telling somebody driver's meeting, whatever, you know, and I had a guy come up to me. Oh, your older brother just told me about the driver's meeting. I go, what the hell are you talking about? He goes, the guy over there, your older brother. I go, you're half right. He's older, but he's not my brother. And at that moment, though, Jerry, I felt sad because it hit me what Jason Van Sickle must go through on a daily basis, being called your brother.
Hey,
And
Poor guy.
and it really did choke me up. I mean, I've got,
he enjoys
that's
being
gotta
he
be-
enjoys being my brother. Because the story of it is my mother said the last child she had was going to be her only daughter, and then my brother came out. So it's always a running joke that he's my little sister.
So he's the youngest, huh?
Yes, he is. He is the last.
It's you, then Jamie, then
Yeah.
Jason.
I wish
God
I
love
was.
that woman's optimism to continue after
No
Jerry.
kidding, especially.
Yeah.
If that was the
My
first
mo-
one that
my-
came out.
My
I
mother
would've
is
been like,
strong. My mother is
Amen.
strong-willed, and she's.
I think Jerry touched on it early in the podcast when he talked about the bar being set very low.
Oh, duh. And I set.
That was
I mean,
like
I
that
dig
for
a hole to set the bar for the one I'm going to try to get above.
Can we get that little kid that played the guitar to play the national anthem again this year? And can we please have Miss Emily? Because my goodness, that girl has the voice of an angel.
Should be there, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, she'll
Should be there.
Yeah.
Who was the kid who did the guitar?
He's from Eastern Iowa, I think.
Why
Aren't
am I
you in
not-
charge of this stuff?
Why am
Jerry?
I not?
Yeah, I got to
remembering
get
this?
that out there. It's not too.
That must have been a double slushy day. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
You
You
sure
don't
that
remember the kid
wasn't
with the guitar?
that
feel
wasn't
like I
Mini
should.
Kiss, Jerry?
No, it was not Mini Kiss.
Okay.
But he did it.
And can we make sure that the cranky guy is there in the VIP suite every night as well? in the
Jerry's
meeting room?
required, or pardon me,
No, I
Jim
think
is
he's talking
Jim is
about
required
Paul.
to be there.
Yeah, well, I think he was talking about Paul.
Is he talking
Oh,
about
Paul.
Vetter?
Yeah, Vetter. Yeah.
Cranky guy.
cranky guy.
He's a pretty cranky guy.
At least he's not opinionated.
Oh, that's the best.
But Paul's not happy unless he ain't happy. Hi, Paul.
I think he watches this too.
I bet he does.
He's
Yeah,
not
he does.
watching.
Paul's
He's
actually
not
Paul's
watching.
in the. Hey, Paul, come on in.
Yeah, he's in the office.
He's going to put up with 8 days in a row of you guys. He ain't watching a podcast for you.
Paul from Fresno, you're up.
Yeah.
What is this?
I can do
shit
that
I'm
one.
watching. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, this is Paul from Fresno. Could you just shut the hell up?
Go, Paulie, go.
Oh gosh.
All right. So, Wade, you're going to bring your cast of characters. Who's? Let's see. You had. What
and-
was the guy from Mississippi?
Mike.
Mike from Mississippi.
Mike from Mississippi.
And there was Denver from Colorado.
Yeah.
Denver from Houston from was it Dallas from Dallas?
I
Dallas
think
from
it was-
Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas from Dallas.
Who was
so-
from San Francisco?
Jerry from Urbandale.
Yeah. What was the guy's name from San Francisco?
Allie.
Alan?
Wasn't it Sally?
No.
Sally.
That wasn't Sally.
No, it was.
I don't remember who it was.
He was from San Francisco and had an accent. Look at.
Oh,
he's
he had a
from-
lisp.
Yes, he had a list.
list.
That's
I've
what it
been
was. He
Simon
had a
from
list.
San Francisco.
You're gonna cross that line again, Wade.
He is. He is. We're gonna have Nate edit some of this if we aren't careful.
Can we make sure as well that Ryan judges the beauty contest again this year? Because that is one of life's beautiful ironies.
Were you at the beauty contest last year?
He was.
I was on stage for a little while.
Oh, that's right.
And then I just for some reason completely lost interest.
Welcome to the stage, Ryan.
Ryan Clark.
Yeah, I was a judge, I think.
Put your hands together, give him the clap.
Gosh.
Happy birthday, Mr. Magoo.
Appreciate
Happy
it.
birthday, Jim.
All right, Wade.
Thanks again,
you get
Wade.
to bed. Get some sleep.
Get
We'll
some
see you
sleep.
back. We'll see you in September. Isn't there a song? See you in
2:48,
September.
48.
Yep.
It's 2:48.
On
Do
Thursday
I have
morning.
to sleep in the same apartment as Jerry again this year, Brett?
You stayed with Jerry?
We shacked up at the Airbnb.
he-
the haunted Airbnb.
He shifted the guy out that I was staying with and put the number in, and then he scared the shit out of me because the place was haunted. And he got in there first and snuck in with the lights out. And I came in, he's like, "Whoa!"
What did he do? He
So anyway,
he
so,
rooted the guy out.
Yeah, So I don't know
Ryan.
I don't know where it started, but Wade's like, he goes, "This place is haunted," and I go, "What are you talking about?" He says, "This is there's ghosts where we're staying." I said, "There's no ghost in here." So this is like on Tuesday or something. So like Thursday or Friday, somewhere he disappears into the weeds, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, whatever." So then I get back to where we're staying, and the door's locked. Usually it's whoever gets there first, leave the door unlocked, the other one comes in. So the door's locked. I'm like, oh, shoot. So I all of a sudden go in, jump on the bed, make sure he's not in there, don't hear any gasps or anything. And I'm like, oh, man, I know what I'm doing. So I just laid there, was looking through Facebook and stuff. All of a sudden I hear the key go in the door, and I'm like, pulled the covers up over my head and waited for him. And he literally, because you had to walk by the bed I was in to get to where he was at. And I just heard him. He's just like, he's got his phone in his hand. And I go, ah! And freaking jumps up. Phone goes in the other room. You son of a. And I go, what? I go, it's haunted. That wasn't me. I was here sleeping. Oh, but it was hilarious.
That kind of sounds like Jerry's MO. Sneaks in the bed with the lights off and scares the shit out of people.
Well, that's the only way I'm hey, I don't know if you know this or not, Jim, but like you, that's
His
the only way I'm
story.
getting the action in bed.
Oh, shoot.
All right, Wade, go to sleep. We'll see you in September.
Can't wait to see you guys. And I just got two words for you, Rudy. Business class.
Business class. Oh, on the flight over.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what we should fly when we come over as a business.
I've heard
Take it out of Jerry's pay. You'll be right.
Perfect.
He might be in the baggage compartment.
Into
Who might, be,
January.
who might be walking across the ocean.
Can you
Next
walk to
up.
an island?
Next time we have you on the podcast, we'll switch time zones. We'll come on at 2 a.m. and we'll have you on
At 10.
10:30, 11 o'clock, whatever.
Brett might be in the middle of a route.
Perhaps.
Not
Depends on the
after
night.
this podcast.
Hello, Mrs. Root. Can't wait to see you. Catch you guys later, eh?
All right. See you, Wade.
Thanks, Wade.
See you, Wade.
Good night. Boon shakalaka.
Boon shakalaka.
Never a dull moment.
No, there's never a dull moment.
He is so fun.
He's
He
the
is so
best.
cool.
He's got a great personality.
I don't know how.
What a super
Well,
guy.
I know how we found. I know how I found him.
I still can't believe you're responsible for that. I mean, you usually root everything up.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you
I mean, seriously, if you want something rooted up, just to call Jerry.
Call Jerry.
But
yeah.
you
This-
brought
everybody
Wade to
gets-
us, and I'm telling you, it has been fantastic from the first second. It really has been.
See, that
He's
was
such a
the,
super
we've
guy.
talked. Ryan and I've talked about it. It's it's hard to find that third dynamic that you can, roll with the punches and just knows how it, because it is, when it comes to Super Nationals, it's like everything.
He's like
It's
the
a-
meat
it-
between
it's
the
a
two pieces of
timed-
bread. He just fits right in there.
It's like the mayonnaise.
No,
You
he's
know
the
that-
meat
It's just
between
smooth.
the
That almost
sandwich.
makes up for all the other things you rooted up.
Well,
Exactly.
I mean, I wake
Well,
up.
this every even a blind squirrel finds a nut.
That's what I
Apparently,
said.
Wade is the nut. you
Wade
found.
is the nut that I'm the squirrel.
Well,
No,
it was
uh,
nice. It's nice for him to stay up. It's nice for him to stay up and be
Yeah.
on the podcast because I know there's a lot of people going to enjoy listening to him talk.
Oh yeah.
We'll throw it up on our Facebook page, on our group for the Super Nationals too as
And
well.
that is one
and
of the most
remind everybody
common
too
questions.
that's listening that if you've listened for this long, the IMCA Super Nationals private Facebook group is invitation if you want
You can invite a friend.
Yes, if you want to, if we'll let you in, if you want to be let into that, and a lot of fun conversations and things about the event get posted there before and during and after. So,
But the first time you root up, you're out of there.
you're out of there.
Yeah.
Your first root up.
Well, you might get a talking to after your first rooting. The second rooting is.
Well, we've talked for an hour.
It's been an
haven't we?
hour.
How long's it been, Nate?
Nate.
Oh yeah, so we're
Just
over an hour.
55.
You want to talk for another 5 minutes?
We can
Hey,
figure out something.
real
People
quick,
probably don't want to listen
real
to us
quick.
anymore.
Coming up at Heart of Texas Speedway, and where's that at, Brett?
Waco.
There you go.
I've
The
been there a
first
few
and the
times.
second, the Baby Blue Hard Crow Memorial Race, 5,000 to win, stock cars.
That's a big race
Great,
down there
great,
too.
great event.
It's it's for the individuals behind that whole situation are good people and the circumstances.
Very good people.
Yes, and I usually go down there for the fourth in this time of the year, but we're not going to go down this year, unfortunately. Sometimes I go down Memorial Day weekend. Didn't go down this year. Sometimes go down the 4th. I'm not going down. It's interesting because in Waco right now, McLennan County, I think that's what it's McLennan.
Something like
Yeah, my wife was talking about it last night. They have outlawed all of the discharge of fireworks.
It's so dry down
because
there.
it's so dry. They've got no rain, and they not only outlawed that like 1 or 2 days ago because of that. Now they've outlawed the sale of fireworks down there, which is she said has got people pretty worked up down there. But so I don't know. I assume that might impact the. Waco has a huge fireworks show during the races during the 4th. It's one of my memories of all the times I've been to the Wake down to Heart of Texas Speedway. Gene Adamczyk, when he was alive, said, "Hey, you want to come out when we shoot fireworks?" And I'm like, "What do you mean come out?" He goes, "Well, come out with me out there." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So as they turn the lights off, they're racing. They turn the lights off, stop the races, turn the lights off, and do the fireworks show at right when it gets dark. It's like 10 or 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Like normal fireworks shows. And we went out around the property and out in the backfield where he just had this giant trailer full of fireworks and a guy with all the triggers. I've never seen that done before.
That's all computered.
It was pretty cool.
You can buy them.
It was really cool. I was so appreciative of Gene inviting me out there to see something like that because I kind of like that kind of crap. You know what I mean? It's just interesting to me and to see how all that stuff works.
We don't need to take a lighter and run like hell after you.
But it's unfortunate.
Back it up, Terry. Back it up, Terry.
They've got a big race down there, an annual race now for them, 5,000 win stock cars, and I'm sure there'll be a pretty decent turnout.
And just so Marcus knows, we will be checking carburetors at that event.
Okay.
Marcus knows the story on that one.
Yes, he does. But we got
What
lots
about-
of the holidays.
I mean, like right now, I mean, we're doing this on it's a Wednesday.
Wednesday.
The Madness Tour has been happening up.
We had 3 nights of the Madness
3 nights
Tour.
of that in.
Three
It's
nights
been
of
some
Madness
great
Tour.
car counts up there. Started at Worthington, went to Spencer.
33 mods a night.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a great, if you look at this right now, usually Nate puts this out about 6 o'clock. You still got time to.
So we got a couple more
Harlan
nights.
tonight,
Harlan.
Stewart tomorrow night.
Harlan you talked about it a couple podcasts ago, made the racetrack shorter, and then Stewart, which is always, it's one of the smallest racetracks I think we sanction besides Ventura. So good racing the next couple of nights, I'm sure. I think Jim, you're gonna go hang out over there, aren't you, Jim?
Yeah, I'll be at both of them.
I think isn't Algona? Don't they have a sport mod special tomorrow night? Also, I thought
there,
I'd seen that on Facebook. 1,000 to win
1,000
sport mods.
mods that I'll go into too as well.
Yeah. Then they got 1,000 to win.
And then we get into the 4th, and we get all the holiday
holiday
racing.
specials.
Next week we got the Denny Osborne Memorial and Independence on the 6th, which is a Wednesday, and then the weekend after that, the Dakota Tour starts. We kick right
got
up with that
the-
tour. And
Look at all that stuff. That's
nonstop.
lots of racing to watch on IMCA.tv. But John Gardner emailed me just this morning and said, "Hey, we're going to issue a $10,000 point fund like we did last year. I think it was $6,500 to the mods and $3,500 to the stock cars.
Did I just?
His entries sound pretty good. Sound like things going good up there. So we anticipate a pretty decent turnout of cars, given the circumstances, obviously with travel costs and everything these days at what are probably record highs for our competitors. So these tours like the Madness Tour, the Dakota Tour, and even people traveling to Super Nationals, when you've got $5+ a gallon, record prices for fuel, it has everybody in the promotion business, racetracks, anybody sponsoring, it has everybody's attention, because we know the impact it has on the racers. It is definitely impacting things,
Well, they just wrapped up the Wild West Tour out in Oregon. They had very, very good car counts out there. I think, Bryson James won the modified Tour Championship. And speaking of Oregon, Southern Oregon Speedway coming up. It's not going to pay $7,000 to win. $7,007 to win the modifieds. IMCA modifieds coming up, this week, I believe. Southern Oregon Speedway.
And we've talked about that area too on our previous podcasts. They've got some very stout competitors up there. That come. They've came down to the duel and places like that. When we sanctioned the duel, they came down to the duel and have done well. Or they come to some of the California stuff, the Speed Weeks down there, or they come to Super Nationals and qualify.
Or they just come out and race weekly here. I mean, we've got
Exactly.
a handful of Oregon racers, just racing the Midwest now. Shane Mills and
I was going to ask you about
Dylan
the hobby
Solom.
stock driver that's leading the Midwest Madness Tour. Have you heard of him? Zach Tate from Casa Grande, Arizona. Is he racing here in the Midwest, or did he travel?
I would say he traveled. That's the
This
first.
is the first
I mean,
time I've seen him, but he is
I
leading
remember
the Midwest Madness hobby stock.
I remember announcing his name during the Winter Nationals down in Yuma, but I think I know there's a handful of them from Arizona that pulled up just for this. There's guys from California that came out just for this.
Might have come with a group.
It's crazy because you have some of those guys that are transplants or they come out here for just for the racing season.
You take a
they're
kid
from
like
California.
Kayla Lopez that said, still
Right. you
but
don't
he
know.
lives in Marshalltown.
Right. It says they're from California, or it says they're from Arizona. Are they really? Have they
Are they
relocated?
from there or not?
Yeah.
You know, we've got some guys that have relocated to Texas from California that, you know, that I see their name on Facebook and I'm like, why is he in Texas? You know, they packed up and moved.
Well,
you
I mean,
know?
you take a
so
guy-
we don't really know the stories.
Even in
behind
the
all of them, but
office, here when
it's
you're
still
entering
cool.
points, it's like, is this guy
Exactly.
the right guy? Is this person really racing over here?
Well, it's
It's-
like you take somebody like Matt Ruff and the Spanglers. I mean, they work together. They work and travel together.
Yeah.
Well, Matt's
Racing in Boone on
he's
Saturday
racing
night.
in Boone
Yeah.
because he builds industrial greenhouses.
And they're working over
And
by Ames.
they've got a contract in Ames that they'll be here for a couple of years doing.
Yep.
So I mean, he was like, "Hey, I need some help." I go
The
"So
Scooby Doo car, which is
Yes.
also a real cool
what-
story.
little Mystery Machine 5.
You know, what leads them to there. And again, back to say what you want about IMCA, whether you agree with all our rules, none of our rules, some of our rules, whatever it is, the bottom line is when the rules are consistent like that and the same in every racetrack, in every region, guys can load up cars and travel 5 or 6 states and not worry about not being competitive, not worry about having to buy new components, buy different tires, take sail panels on or off, change transmissions, all the weird things that can go on, change carburetors. They just bring their equipment and they come over racing. They're competitive. Like the Rough Kid, I mean, he was started on the front row of the sport.
And I
rod.
tell you, when Matt gets in, because he's won,
Racing Boone on
he'd
Saturday.
won a handful of races in Colorado before they moved out here. So I mean, I think once he gets the place figured out, he's going to be a contender.
So they not only can travel like that, even it's when you got $5+ diesel. Again, I'm gonna say it again. It confuses us a little bit because it's more expensive than ever to travel. But they can do so. Not only can they travel and race, they can take their race car, and if they decide they're going to sell it and get a different one, or just they have kids. We see a lot of racers in and out of the sport for whatever reason. That equipment is able to be transferred across state lines to other people, where they can buy it and use it.
Yeah, it's not like bootlegging. You can take it across state lines.
Right. It's not like putting it in your
It's
trunk.
like I said,
going
with
down a
with
dirt road.
IMCA's rules, there's really no other true alternative to them.
No.
Nope.
It's Jim's word for this podcast.
Yes.
Alternative.
Most of them, I think it is. That's his word.
Yeah. That word makes us laugh.
And before we go, the Super Nationals.
Doesn't make Ryan laugh as much as it makes me and Jim laugh.
What's that?
Change subject.
The
Alternative?
word alternative.
Oh, I don't. No, I'm not changing the subject. I want to make sure this gets out there. The Super Nationals registration is going to open soon.
Ooh,
Yeah.
soon. How soon?
Possibly.
We talked about doing
Camping
it
is
tomorrow.
open.
Camping has opened. We talked about doing the registration tomorrow. We just got to make sure we got everything correct. Because once we start that process,
Now, when you
it's
say
hard to turn it
tomorrow,
off.
somebody could be watching this like on the 3rd of
Thursday.
July.
Are we still shooting
today-
for Thursday? If we don't do it Thursday,
Today is June 29th. It's Wednesday, June 29th.
So you're
today.
thinking if
Tomorrow, which would be June 30th.
30th.
It'd be more than likely
Not like
it's gonna,
July 1st.
Right. More than likely. Well, we talked about July 1st, but that date doesn't fall in a. It doesn't fall
it's
in.
not user friendly for the one confirming the entries, which would be me.
Correct.
It's a hassle.
It's a Friday.
It's a process.
It's a
Oh,
process.
you don't want to work that hard on
And-
Friday?
No, I
Entries,
mean
pit
going into
stalls.
the weekend. I like to get people confirmed as they enter, and I don't want to start that Friday and leave people waiting until Tuesday when we come back to the office.
Yeah, with the holiday.
When we're going to be already busy from the
Yep.
weekend. But
So we're going to try to get it open tomorrow, which is going to be the 30th of June.
June 30th.
That's about the same time we opened it last year.
yeah,
It's
it's
usually-
right around the
usually about
1st of
last-
July.
Yeah, it's always
yeah,
at end of
last week in
June, 1st of July.
But the process
Brian?
for that, I mean, you need to be a member.
Yep.
You need to
Yep.
be a licensed member before you can register for the event, and you need to be registered for the event before you can reserve a pit stall.
Correct. So,
those are
it's a
Yep,
process.
so
Yeah.
make sure you do those things
And that's all
in that
through
order.
My race.
MRP.
That's all
Brian,
through MRP.
That's all through my race.
The
pass.
Super Nationals is a Super Nationals, whatever you call it.
You'll
Event
put all the links
tab.
and stuff.
Event
on
tab.
there.
Yeah,
Tabs.
just go to the Super
Who's your
Nationals.
pick for our first entry in the Super Nationals, Ryan?
Last year it was Travis Berger. I don't know why I remember that.
Can he repeat?
Can you repeat as the first entry?
Yeah.
Why
Well,
couldn't
can
you?
he repeat? Win the title 2 years in a row.
He could, I
In the
suppose.
first.
I suppose.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. We've had a lot of people say they're coming. Bill calls everybody on our All-Star Invitational list and congratulate them for winning
Right.
$1,000 mod shows. And he said every person he's talked to so far this year has said they were going to come to Super Nationals. We're getting guys from all over the United States confirming that they're coming.
Right.
So again, it's appearing to be, as Super Nationals has been for many years.
It's like we talk like
an annual event, and people plan for it. And even if gas prices are high, they still try to come.
they still you still budget for that vacation.
We're going to be
Whether
there.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
hell,
going-
Wade.
Since
Wade's coming from Australia.
Since
We're
Wade's
gonna-
coming,
we'll
that
be
means
there.
you
He
and I'll
wins.
be
He
invited
wins the
back.
long tow award
Yeah.
or long flight award.
I don't know if he's got any long toes. I've never seen him without his
I've never
socks on.
really, I've never seen him in a thong.
Long haul.
Seen him.
Never seen him in his thongs.
Not even when you snuck in his bed, Jerry.
I did not sneak in his bed. Would you see? Here's the deal: you keep adding things that are non-true to the story.
That's
I'm
Jim.
just
The,
going
the
by
only
what
thing
I
true
heard.
to the story
Which
is
is fun.
Jim always, hey, find me a Subway. Subway's goddamn the damn Subway's closed.
Piss me off, Jerry.
Well, happy birthday, Jim.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Again,
Sorry
thanks.
you weren't here to get a birthday
Thanks,
cake.
thanks, Wade, for being on the show. We look forward to seeing him in 8 weeks or so, roughly.
Yeah, it's like
Coming
it's
soon.
yeah. It's,
9 weeks from tomorrow is our last, or 9 weeks from Friday. We're packing up and heading to Boone.
Yep.
So getting close.
It'll go fast now. So
It's hard to believe that it gets here before.
if you're planning on attending, make sure you get your registration bought. Plan ahead. We'll do our Boone Bounds. Brian Victor is going to help us do Boone Bounds again. So
I love Boone Bounds.
We also won't do Boone Bound unless you're confirmed. As,
have all your paperwork.
as an MRP. Through MRP,
If
so
you-
that
if-
kind of triggers it all. So that everything is a process for the event. So it's going to
Everybody-
be pretty
and-
cool.
and then
but there's a
people-
lot happening between now and then.
Oh, a whole lot of
So,
races. There's a lot of
Whole
races
lot
just
of races.
moving tonight through the weekend. There's a ton
Yeah.
of races.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots
I,
of stuff
I
going on,
believe
so.
the registration for the Race Saver Nationals is also opened up here just recently, or is
Yep.
about to. So, you sprint car guys,
Yep.
get a hold of Roger and Racine.
Stock car guys, be ready for after July 4th because King of the Creek registration will be opening too on MRP.
Yep.
Up there at 141. So
Lots
of
of
stuff coming
time.
up.
Lots of opportunities
bunch
to
of
race.
stuff going on.
And I always say when you register.
So what are we
there's
going to call the 14th episode? Have you figured that out yet?
14.
The 12th and the 13th were kind of easy.
Those were you.
How about the mean 14?
Ooh.
Jim's got
Let's
that
get
covered.
that
in
up.
number
Jim's got
13.
that. Jim's got that covered in the first 2 minutes, so we're good there.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll come up with.
We'll come up
something.
with something.
Perfect.
Wrap her up,
What-
Jerry.
All right. Well, we hope you enjoyed
3
the
episodes will be.
Have
Sweet
we been
16.
renewed for a 14th episode? Do we know yet?
Yeah. Did we
I
get
think
through the
so.
first season?
I think so.
Because aren't episodes usually like at 12? 12 is a season, or
I don't know.
I mean, because you got to have.
We could
like,
do split seasons like they do in
Well, yeah, we could do like.
we could
split.
do,
That's what always like Survivor's like on
Ozark.
Survivor's
50th
on its
season.
50th season, and
But
it's only
there's
been
2
on
a
for
year.
10 years. I mean, it's like crazy. So, thanks for tuning in. Remember, there's a lot of great IMCA racing, whether it's at one of your home tracks, or whether you travel to a racetrack, or whether you just want to stay in the comforts of your own home and watch it on IMCA TV. Don't forget to get that replay pass. Maybe you want to go back and see some of the great racing that you missed, or maybe you want to relive a night that you were at. Go buy that replay pass, gives you 30 days of any IMCA race that has been broadcast and archived. So make sure and get tuned in. We'll see you at an IMCA racetrack near you. Have a great, we won't see you till after the 4th, so have a great Independence Day weekend. Enjoy the 4th of July. And remember, it's always a success when you have 8 fingers and 2 thumbs on the 5th of July. See you next time.